my Instagram icon. Man, this is going to be tough. Let's see if I know all of them. That's TikTok, I think. And then you got Facebook, right? You got Facebook. All right, whatever. That's good enough. So you got social media. So you got traffic. You got eyeballs. All right. So just think about this like this. You got eyeballs that you have to go get. Now you can get those in any ways you want. You can post. You can run ads. You can do outreach. You can partner with somebody who already has an audience. All of these are ways to fundamentally just get eyeballs. And so then you drive those eyeballs to your school page. So this is why this is kind of neat. So I'll explain this to you. So our vision for this is that, like we just turned on ads tracking this last month, so it's kind of exciting, is that if you think about the difference between Shopify and Amazon, okay? So Shopify, let's say I sold pens. I sell these markers, okay? So that's my product. I sell these markers and I sell them on Shopify. Well, I'm gonna have to customize the whole page. I'm gonna have to learn the integrations. I'm gonna have to build all this stuff. But I have a lot more control. All right, so that's the plus is that you get a lot more control, a lot more customization. The downside is it's a lot harder and there's no inherent brand trust. So if you just throw up a Shopify store with pens, why should I buy from you? Not a really compelling reason. Although in the other extreme, you have like Amazon. So I'm the same guy selling pens, but I put it on Amazon. Now I can't control the color, the reviews, I can't control anything. I just know that I have to use the template that Amazon has and I put this on there. But here's an interesting stat for you. So I have a book, I have multiple books, in the $100 million series, $100 million offers, $100 million leads, and another one coming out soon. And so my Shopify page converts at like 2 to 3%, something like that, which is like fairly standard for e-commerce. My Amazon page that has the same book converts at 30%. So 10 times as efficient in terms of converting. Now, Amazon obviously takes its fee for doing the transaction, whatever. But the key point is that because what happens is you start to build inherent trust in the platform. And so as people begin to trust school more and do more and more transactions on school, then these school pages will convert better than any page that you could possibly build on your own because you get to borrow school's credibility. That's the key point. And so if you're trying to get into business, like number one way to make lots of money, just have amazing, like a massive, huge brand and an audience. Okay, but if you're trying to get into that, it's like telling a model like, how do I be successful? It's like, be born beautiful. Like, how do I be born? How to be a great musician? Like, be born a great musician. Whatever. Point is that we can actually help arm people who are getting into business by letting them borrow our brand credibility. And because of this, it also becomes way lower technologically in terms of difficulty for somebody who's starting out. Interestingly, it's like if you look at Amazon, look at Zillow, you look at Airbnb. They almost all more or less converge at the same overall layout. You've got a video, right? You've got a video. You usually got a carousel of images. You've got some reviews. For the thing, you've got a buy button. And then usually a handful of bullets about the product. Almost all of the pages look like that. And so, by the way, if you're going to build something, maybe something to consider, that those guys have more traffic and conversion data than anyone on earth. They built it that way for a reason. And so the school page looks the same way. That way you can build it that way. So you get your eyeballs whatever way you want. You drive it towards the school page, which will probably convert better than anything that you make on your own. And then, you have your community. So you've got all your people inside your community. And they're all happy. And they look like they have dresses on. Cool, whatever. And so then you provide value to those people. And this becomes a recurring revenue stream. And they pay whatever, between $1 and $9.999 whatever per month. And that's it. And the reason I like this model overall too is that it creates a way for people to provide value to people with low risk. Like if you say, hey, I need $50,000 for you to do this thing with me, it's a big risk if you don't know anything, if you haven't consumed anything. But this allows people to have a front end that with low risk, someone can come in, learn about them, get value, and then if they want, they can choose to ascend to higher levels, or that just becomes the main thing and they just drive tons and tons of volume through it. People have won in either of those scenarios. But this is fundamentally like the simplest business model I could possibly imagine for someone who's trying to get started. You don't need inventory, you don't need any third-party integrations, you don't need to know anything about technology, and you can actually make your money on the platform. So this is from Evelyn. I just want to read this to you because I think it'll say better than I can. She said $99 a month, worth it. I think you need to understand